by armed pirates if they find you. Remember, you know the ship. They don't.
Hi, I'm Leah.
I'm Barkhad Abdi.
I'm Zorianna, and welcome to Just Seen It. We have a really special guest today, Barkhad Abdi from Captain Phillips. Thank you so much for coming on to the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, talk about a life-changing performance for you, a career-changing performance for you. What were you doing a year ago at this time?
I was a limo driver.
A limo driver.
My brother owned a limo company, so he gave me a job.
So when they came to town and said that they wanted to audition young men to play the parts of these pirates, what made you decide that this is something that you wanted to just go for it and do?
First of all, it's Tom Hanks' film, you know. That was a big motivation for me. And the second thing was, like, they came to my neighborhood. You know, that was where I used to play basketball at for years.
Right.
So I was like, they came a little too close.
For you to not recognize the sign, right?
Yeah, so I was like, you know, I have to give it a try, you know, just try it out. If I don't get it, it's no problem, you know, then I'm not gonna be like, I didn't try it, why?
Do you remember when the whole incident happened with the Maersk and the hostage-taking situation? Did you remember hearing about it in the news at the time? And if so, you know, what were your thoughts in the Somali community there?
I watched it right on CNN when it happened, and it was just, I was really fascinated by it. That true story was, I actually kept track of it and, you know, watched everything just being unfolded. The Navy come, they saved Captain Phillips. But, you know, the whole piracy thing was just really fascinating to me, you know. Like, as Somali people, you know, it was just bad stuff to say about it, you know, and we had enough.
The moment you first came face-to-face with Tom Hanks, what was happening in your mind?
You know, that was the first time that I meet Tom. It's the first time we, you know, meet in the film. We was disappointed at first, me and my friends.
How so?
Because we went to see Tom, and, you know, we was told that we're not going to see Tom. And then I understood, you know, like, how big the scene is. It was the same scene we did the audition. It's really, you know, important for the movie.
Right.
That's the night I didn't have much sleep.
The ship's broken. We had to go.
Nobody gets hurt. Easy. Hey! Look at me.
Sure.
Look at me.
Sure.
I'm the captain now. You like a watchman? Paul came to me and said, Paul Greengrass, the director, and said, just, you have to own the scene, you know, take it easy, you know, stay in control, you know.
Was I'm the Captain Now already in the script, or was that something that you came up with?
Well, I came out with that.
You did?
Yeah, because it was just, I became the character, you know. The best way for me to get that scene out was just to use a lot of imaginations and see what's the reasons, what moves this guy, you know. He's a really desperate guy that have nothing to lose.
So Paul gave you a lot of latitude, and he believed in you more than you did, right? So tell us a little bit about working with Paul Greengrass.
He was just a very calm guy, and, you know, he would tell me, you know, he would understand who I am, and, you know, he put me through training, and after that, you know, he would...
You all had to do some really rigorous training, right?
We did a lot of training of, you know, swimming. I had to learn how to swim. I had to learn how, you know, be on a skiff that's going fast.
Were you a swimmer beforehand?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all. He put me through all that, and now on the acting part, what he would do, he would take me and Tom to the side before the scene begins, and we would understand how the scene is being done, and we would do it. And he would always give me details if I stuck or, you know, I mess up, or, you know, he would always find another way.
What was the most difficult day on the set, or the most difficult scene to shoot?
You know, we had difficulties all over.
Because it was water and because of just the environment itself, or other aspects?
The environment itself, I mean, that lifeboat.
I bet you never want to see a lifeboat again as long as you live, right?
That lifeboat.
All right, now that handle, see? You're gonna wanna move that up and down. You gotta pump it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you drop.
Cap, coming out! Cap, what's going on in there?
Just however many times it takes, pump it, and you're in the water and off you go.
Everyone who's seen this movie, what a fantastic performance that you and your friends did as the Somali pirates. Did you surprise yourself at how good you were?
Actually, I was surprised, honestly. It's just because I would never watch the scenes after I recorded. When I watched the finished product, I was just shocked. You know, I had to watch it again.
Do you feel a responsibility to portray your culture on screen in a certain way?
What these people did, doesn't betray the Somali people at all. In every community or every country, there is the good and the bad. And if those 4 people, that desperate young men, what they did, I wouldn't expect, that to be framed on the whole Somali people.
What was your childhood like before you came to the States?
Well, I was born in Somalia. I lived there for about 7 years. But the last year was the war.
Right.
How exposed were you to the war?
I was really exposed. It was just chaos, and my mom finally got us out.
How were you able to adapt culturally coming to the United States?
Did you know some English already?
I only know a few words. What's your name? Where you from? Something like that.
Have you been back?
Nope.
Do you want to?
One day.
And what do you miss most about Somalia?
Honestly, I don't have much memory of Somalia. I can say I miss the people, but it's been a long time.
Well, you saw things that no kid, no person should ever see. Everything that you saw with your own eyes, how does it affect who you are today?
I learned from it, and I took it, to better myself.
Do you think you're going to stay in the entertainment industry, or do you have other goals and aspirations?
I do have other goals. I want to make a family. I want to go back to school. I want to do a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I want to keep acting.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is a fantastic performance. We are all so excited to see where your career is going to take you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great
Thank you for
work,
having me.
great performances, and again, wish you the best. Here's to the captain.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the captain.
To the ladies.